Hello YouTube, it's Annihilation and I am back much sooner than expected. As you can see, same t-shirt. So something happened after I made my last video, which is the surprise that I've been talking about, and what do you know, it's here. Looks awfully familiar. Royal Mail from Nottingham. Anyway, I thought I'd show you what I bought in my exuberance almost 2 weeks ago now, I think. So here we go. We're going to pan down slightly so you can enjoy my box here. I have my cutters. Well, that's odd. There seems to be something awesome inside. It says Forge World. That's weird. Here we thought it was going to be Games Workshop, but no, it's Games Workshop's awesome cousin. Yes. Now, I know what you're thinking. Annihilation, you are a self-professed beginner. You are not ready to blow a bunch of money on Forge World characters or Forge World models and ruin them in the process. You're not wrong. These are the kind of models that you might expect professional painters to order and be like, yes, I'm going to go, to town on this one. I'm going to do a really great job, and this is going to be a display piece. But part of what I really like about this hobby is how excited you can get by certain models. Like the idea that you like this model so much that you just got to have it painted, and maybe it's not pro, whatever. It's still a beautiful model, and if you like it so much, maybe in a couple of years, you get a better painter, you can do it again. And there's every chance that I will do that. That's part of the nice thing about being an adult. You can blow your money on whatever you like. How do I do this? Because there's really no box cover. It's just a Forge World box. Anyway, that's one of the sprues. So to those of you who know the game well, you will be able to recognize these. Personally, I see a scatter laser, I see a Reaper launcher, I see a bright lance of could be very interesting, but obviously not a Tyrannid and not Uruk Megaboss Victor Cousin. Let's see here. Wow, that's a nice resin cast. This looks like some kind of turret, and the real pros among you will have worked this out by now. 2 barrels. Ah, 2 barrels. Could be interesting. Various bits. And then, of course, the main body is here. Sweet mother of Jesus, it's huge. Okay. It is, of course, the Scorpion Mark II super heavy grav tank from the Eldar. This model in particular, I really like. The normal Falcons and things like that from the Eldar line are a bit squat, a bit round, a bit boring, I guess. But the lines on this thing are just amazing, and I had to have one. And I know they cost 160 British pounds, which is not free, let's be honest, but I really wanted one of these. So I got one, and now I have one. And that is half of the surprise. The real surprise now comes, and I'm going to tell you straight to camera. The real surprise is I'm not going to paint this with a paintbrush. This is my excuse to buy an airbrush. So I have looked around. I will be buying an airbrush. I will be practicing with an airbrush on camera for you. And if you have been thinking about getting an airbrush maybe, and you're not sure, and you're worried about some of the problems, I will go through the problems for you. I have, full disclosure, I used to own an airbrush years and years ago. Not for painting miniatures, but I went to art school and I did some airbrushing work in high school. This is 20 years ago or so. I liked it, but it was problematic. I did have a double action airbrush, but I had a bottom suction feeder airbrush, not one of the modeling top ones, so it was slightly more heavy duty. I did some big paintings with them, I did some murals with them, I did very little detail work with them, so that'll be a first for me. But I very much look forward to painting this, very much. When I am ready to paint this, which I don't expect will be until the end of the week or so, a busy time at work. When I'm ready to paint this, you get to come along from the ride. We'll talk colors, we'll talk patterns, we'll talk masking, we'll talk airbrush layering, and we'll talk color scheme, which is another thing. Like I've been, there's so many great ways you could paint these, and there's so many pro painters who've done one of these with fantastic pictures online. So we will discuss that in a future video. Anyway, that's the really, really exciting news that I wanted to share with you. I hope that excites you as well. I know that Eldar are supposed to be like super meta, or at least they were in 7th edition. But again, I am not playing. I don't have an Eldar army. I literally have one Eldar model, and it's a Scorpion Mark II super heavy craft tank. So I'm not going to be fielding this. So I don't want to hear any nonsense about, oh man, meta army. I'm not playing. Relax. But I will be painting. So that'll be, I think, a lot of fun. Anyway, YouTube, thank you for sharing in my enthusiasm. Thank you for sharing in my joy. And thank you for sharing in this process as I rediscovered the journey of hobbying, miniature hobbying. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks. Thanks a lot.